All right, here we are again. Might be a little hot. Let's see. We're gonna leave it like that for a minute. Tell me if the mics sound hot. I was mixing through the analog gear up until like 10 minutes ago, so I don't have a patch bay. I don't want a patch bay. I like to go straight into all the stuff. Let me kill that. I like to go straight into all the stuff, the analog gear over here if I'm going to mix hybrid and without a patch bay. So I have to get behind my rack and repatch everything. Hopefully some people click on the live stream. There's big music news that I want to talk about, kind of bullshit music news, but it is what it is. We're going to probably make this one a little shorter. A lot of times they're an hour. I do these podcasts, but this one I think we'll go for 30 minutes maybe. We'll see if people join the chat. We'll make it longer. The last one, my son was in the other room. We did one on the weekend, and he came in here. That's where the thumbnail came from. And I want to, I've got a new song that I remixed. It's a song that I put out in the summer. I kind of lost perspective on it. I was really going for this gritty, raw, kind of crunchy sound. And I got there, but I had a lot of frequencies that were sticking out. I needed to carve some things out, and I did that. When I was recording it, I did the slide part, and I really wanted that to stand out, but in the process of tracking, I tracked 4 more guitars, layered them in, and so I kind of lost that slide part in the mix, so I brought that out in this mix, and I want to share it. Let's listen to that. So it's some new music. I've sent it to the streaming service today. I took down the old one that I put out in the summer, and this one sounds amazing. Let's listen to it, man. I just finished the video for it, and we'll play the video and let that roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let's see. And I'll put the video up on the screen so y'all can check it out. If I can find it. Let's see. Here it is. Alright, let me make sure I got, make sure it's the one I printed today. Yep. Alright, so here we go. You ready? Here's some music, man, because all the gear, all the YouTube, all the shit is about making music. So here's what I do. Take it as it comes, baby. damn right there, man. I like that. Here you can see the last part. Man, that mix sounds so good in the car. Go stream it. It's called Save Your Dose, Thirsty Deer Studio. It should be out tomorrow. I just sent it back to the streaming services. We got that going. I got some other stuff I want you to hear, man. It's the new thing I'm working on. It's cool as shit. It's really rocking. Let's listen to a little bit of that. What do y'all think about that? Man, I don't know how to get these damn live streams out where people know that I'm live. Like, I've been posting it to Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, you know, where you can hit them all at the same time. Post them to let people know I'm on here. People always come back and watch after the fact, but I can't get people on the live stream, man. So if you watch this, link up with me, follow all my stuff. If you see this, subscribe to the channel, because I do a lot of these live streams. Come join the chat, man, because this stuff is a lot more interesting when you have people to bounce these ideas off of. I like to get input on my music, and we do all the music news and the this day in history stuff. So I like to have feedback. I like to talk to people. You know, my newest song that I just put out on Halloween, I might, when we roll out, you know, sign off of the podcast, the live stream, I might play that video for you too. It just came out on Halloween. So for that one, for Save Your Dose, the one we just watched, I kept the video the same, so it was a very easy video edit. All I had to do, because that's a tracking video, which is mostly what I do, throw up the camera while I'm tracking the song, sometimes go back and sing with it, you know, like I did there. But always go back, and it was just, all I had to do was go back, take the edited video, mute the music that I had linked to it at the time, the original mix of the song, and drop that new mix in. Very quick edit, very easy, and then it's sent out to the streaming services. So the artist name is Thirsty Deer. Like, this is the Thirsty Deer Studio. That's just Thirsty Deer is the artist. Save Your Dose is the name of the song. And the one that just came out on Halloween is called Don't Be Precious. And then this one, let's listen to some more new music. This one doesn't have a vocal yet. As soon as it has a vocal, it's going to get a name. It's like, I've started writing the vocal, I just haven't started tracking it yet. And man, this one's going to be, this one's cool. Like, my last one just got playlisted. Got some listens on Spotify and stuff. I want to talk about Spotify and DistroKid. A lot of people are kind of saying bye-bye to DistroKid, taking all their music off streaming because they're really kind of screwing artists over. And like, I want to do that too, but then like, I don't know about Bandcamp. Do people go on Bandcamp to listen to music? I know it used to be a lot of more demo, not really great produced sounding music, and that's not what I do here, man. I don't put out demos. I put out real music, man. You know, I took a lot of time to learn how to engineer and mix, and I've always played instruments since I was very young, and so when I make music, I mix it, I master it, I get it sounding right. It sounds competitive with big label releases, in my opinion. So let's listen to just some music real quick. This new thing that I've been working on. I dig it a lot. Here we go. Alright, that's enough, man. That bangs, though, you know? It sounds great. Always, it's hard for me not to grab the guitar, even with no, time playing before I just got off work. I got an appointment later. But it's like, I probably shouldn't play guitar till I have some shit worked out on it, but I just gotta do it, man. I don't even know how my levels are. I just turned the thing on right before I started streaming. But man, that's the kind of thing we do here with all this gear. Lots of gear, and lots of gear, and great gear. All the YouTubers make the gear videos, but they don't all use it, or if they do use it, you don't hear what they're doing with it. A lot of them, there's some great ones that do use the gear. Pete Thorne comes to mind. Great player. Always does these great demo videos. What's the other guy? Michael, not Torrin, the other one. He does all the high gain stuff. He makes music for like video games, movies. He does great demos and stuff too. There's some people that do great gear demos, but there's a lot of people that'll do the gear demos and it's not really music. They're just playing a little bit, and I don't know if they can make music. It doesn't matter, man. Everybody does their thing on YouTube. I do, my long form videos. I've really got to a point where I know how to edit, and I like to edit video. It's fun for me, and I like to do that. And for a while, because I started doing these live streams, I took a break from doing the long form edited videos because I was trying to get this rolling, and it's still not rolling. We went back to the long form videos. I never was going to stop. I just, was doing a lot of these, and the algorithm still, I'm like invisible to it on the live streams. So once again, subscribe so you can check out the live streams. But I'm jumping back into making more long form videos because, these things, the live streams just aren't getting out there, but it's cool, it's cool, baby. We played a lot of music already. I want to talk about the new AI #1 country song. What's it called? Walk My Walk. In all honesty and discretion, I haven't listened to this shit, and I'm not gonna listen to it because it's AI, and I don't do AI music. There's some AI tools that we use for music production, things like Isotope. I don't really do the Isotope either, but I like Soothe, which is like borderline AI. It's really good at cutting out these harsh frequencies from your vocals or your guitars, or it really helps you to put the polish on a great sounding mix before you send it out to streaming. So I use things like that. There's stem separation, which is really cool. A lot of the DAWs have it built in now, like Logic and Ableton. I'm on Ableton, but I have an older version. I'm on Ableton 11. The new Ableton, though, has the stem separation. That's definitely AI shit. But I really think that the streaming services, this is number one on Apple Music. The artist name, I wrote it down. Like, I really don't know nothing about this because I'm not going to listen to it. But it's called Breaking Rust. So I guess they wanted like the Breaking Bad thing because Breaking Bad was awesome. So let's do Breaking Rust because it sounds kind of country, like the, you know, old rusty trailer in the backyard, old rusty tractor in the backyard. It's got to be country, right? We're AI computer shit. But it's number one. So not only is Apple Music letting this fake music on their streaming platform, but people are listening to it apparently, or maybe Apple is just putting it in those playlists where it's kind of hard to avoid it. Unless you have your phone in your hand, you can't really skip the song because maybe you're at work and they just drop it in there on you and say, hey, it's number one. If anybody's listened to it, if anybody watches this on the replay or is watching live, tell me what you think about this song. Have you heard it? I imagine it probably sounds decent, but pretty vanilla and pretty, you know, garbage. Not really any creative ideas coming from the computer. It's just taking, you know, it's trained on us. It's trained on people. So it's taking this training software, this stuff that we feed it. You know, you sign all these releases. They wanted me to sign one for my son, this thing called Class Dojo, and it's an AI training program. You get updates about what's going on, but I have other ways I can see it in his class, and I do that because I don't want to help the AI, man. It's taking people's jobs. Like I said, there are some things it's good for, but being creative isn't one of them. And so I'm like mainly against the AI. There's some good uses for it, but definitely not for this, you know. And I really think it's my belief that all of this AI music and just the way music was going in general, where everything's kind of starting to sound the same, even by real people, people are all using the same kick drum sample, or, you know, putting the same altar boy on their vocal and using the same settings on it, and you know, it's causing music to be the same. You know, you can pretty much, if you go listen to a pop song or a new pop song comes out, you pretty much know what it's going to sound like right now. You know, before you even hear it, you know it's going to have certain qualities that are just easy to predict. And all of that, and now especially since the AI has come online and apparently is making number one songs, I really think people are going to revert back to real music done in studios, whether it's a big studio or a home studio like this. Let me also just say, I don't put any drum samples in my music. I do use some sound library stuff. I've got real synthesizer over here, like it's Behringer Poly D, which is like a mini Moog reproduction, you know, clone kind of thing. But I also use sound library synth sounds, like I'll put pads in my song. Like that one we just played, it'll sound cool with the pad behind it, but I really like the openness of that song. I think I'm probably going to experiment with a few pads, but probably leave it out. But I don't even augment my drum sounds with samples. Like people will use like the real snare drum that they mic'd up, but then just put in like maybe 30-40% of a sample just to make it hit harder. I don't do none of that. When you hear my microphones and my recordings, it's all stuff that has been mic'd up. Occasionally I'll use a digital amp sim, but I have two tube amps here. I have a dual rectifier over here and a 67 twin reverb. I love that amp. I love them both because this gives me my lead sounds, the high gain stuff, and this is my Beatles amp. So if you've seen the Beatles Get Back, George and John are both playing this exact amp. It's got one JBL in it. The other is a stock Fender speaker, and it kills, man. Great clean tones. You hit it with some pedals, it's awesome. But like on the live stream, so the mic isn't picking up a loud 100-watt tube amplifier. I just use a digital amp sim like when I was playing along to that song a minute ago. And, so digital has a place for sure. But even the digital thing causes things to sound very similar in ways. Especially if you're just living in preset world. If you're living in preset world, it's very hard to make music that stands out, I think. I put up room mics for my recordings. I don't just have the 57 on the speaker cone, which I do have the 57 on the speaker cone, but I also use this, or there's a Royer R10 up here as a drum overhead, that mic. I also will double mic the cabs or use one of these two mics as a room mic on the cabs. And it's really the sound of rock and roll, man. It's really like AC/DC and Zeppelin. Jimmy Page was huge on room sounds, not just on Bonham's drums either. He was getting the room sounds on the guitars. He would do shit like play straight into an 1176 compressor, or he liked the BA, it's the RCA BA6A, I think, compressor. He liked that one a lot. And like, if you listen to Black Dog, I think it's Black Dog. One of them was done through an 1176, and one of them was done through that big RCA compressor. And it's a real kind of buzzy sound, but when you have John Paul Jones on the bass underneath that playing the same riff, it makes this huge sound with like a gritty top end, and it just kicks ass, man. And I get hype about my music because it's what I do, man. It's not just about the gear for me. You watch so many YouTube videos about gear, and hey, that's cool. But the gear is just a means to an end, Those are Ludwig Super Classic drums. I could talk about gear all day, This is a 54 reissue Stratocaster, Les Paul. That's a Tele over there. A 52 reissue Tele. I got these about the same time in the 90s. This guitar is before they actually started making R4s. This is a 95. The first, if you Google it, the first R4 didn't come out till 96. And it's because of Dealer Custom why I could get this early. Because the dealers would do this thing where they would they could custom order guitars, sell them to the public. And it just so happened that Gibson was in the running to make the R4s. They were gearing up to make them, and the Dealer Customs came out. This music shop in Louisville called Music Warehouse ordered some of these from Gibson. They made them, custom shop for them, and then the next year they came out in a standard production run. So I got a little I'm a little scatterbrained when I get on gear, and I'm trying to watch, see if anybody's in the chat. Holler at your boy in the chat if you are, because I'm trying to get these videos out, man, where people see them. We get hype about the music because it's very important, and the AI, Walk My Walk, man, that's a lame name. I was talking kind of on a post to, if you watch YouTube a lot, music production stuff, there's a guy called Manny. Manny's Mic Locker. He, customizes ribbon mics, and it's cool. And he was talking about how he dropped his DistroKid and quit sending his music to Spotify, and that's really cool thing. A lot of artists are starting to do it. Because there's like some controversy about where this CEO of Spotify is putting his money. Apparently it's into some weapons and stuff, for like the War Machine. And not cool. And then they're not paying artists shit. I've still got that amp symbol. So it's like they're not wanting to pay artists shit, but yet they're becoming billionaires off the music we feed them. I wish if there was another way to get it out other than Bandcamp, because all my experiences with Bandcamp is a lot of the stuff sounds just like demos or very raw, not really music produced in the way that you're used to hearing music, a lot of it up there. And I want my music out on platforms that where it's clear that you're making real music, produced in a way like a big studio would do it with a big time mix engineer. Because people can get those sounds now with plugins, with analog gear, whatever your workflow is, we can get those sounds now. If you take the time and you're willing to learn it and willing to do it, you can get there. We've already passed the half-hour mark, but I want to talk a little bit more about the music news because Cleto, let me say his name right, Escobedo from the Jimmy Kimmel Show. I always watch Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy and Cleto were tight all the way since they were kids, I believe. And Cleto, great musician, the band leader for Jimmy Kimmel's band, passed away. He played sax. I think he played a lot of instruments, actually. Very tragic. He was only 59. The music community has been being hit hard lately with death because a lot of these people that it's the music I love, stuff from the 60s and 70s and 80s, all those artists are getting up there now. Even the people from the 90s, like those, like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, STP, all those guys are getting up there too now, and things are happening, life happens, and R.I.P. to Cleto, because, anybody that dedicates their life to music and, respects creativity and is just down for it like I am, man, it's, we need more people that are creative or willing to risk it and, go out and get gigs or go on the live stream and get one view. Some people will watch this later. Let me say again, hit that like button, hit subscribe, leave me a comment because we're trying to get this out to more people and it's really hard when the algorithm doesn't pick it up. It's doing a lot better on my long form videos, but man, like I was saying earlier, music it's got to make a comeback because all of this watered down music and AI being number one on the country music charts right now or on Apple Music. It's just, I know it's making me crave real people and interaction and real music and not just gear demos. I want to hear music. When I sign off in a minute, I'm going to play the song that I put out on Halloween. We started the podcast with my new music that I just sent to the streaming services today. It's a remix of something I did in the summer. I liked that mix, but it had some frequencies that I needed to carve out, and so I did that, and I don't like to pull my music down, but this one I thought I could really make it sound better, so that's what I did. And then we listened to another song on here. To me, that's what it's about. I like to get these ideas I have in my head out. I like to get the vocals out. I like to just make the music however I can make the music. I don't like the things to sound like everything else. I like to switch up my workflow. I like to put up room mics. I like to play guitar. Usually that's where my ideas start. I'll usually start on guitar, track some parts to where I get like the length of a song, some parts that fit together. Then I'll put some bass on, maybe some percussion. Like I have things like this laying around. This is a cabasa. It's very cool in a track because that sound, it really sticks out in the mix, and it's all transient. And nothing's really getting those frequencies getting in the way of a cabasa. Tambourine's the same way. Transients are good. You work those into your song in a way that makes it hit, right? There's all these little workflow things to making music that sounds great. That's why I took down that song, because some things were getting masked and I had to go back, remix it, and then put it back out. So it should be up on DistroKid tomorrow. It's called Save Your Dose by Thirsty Deer. Go stream that. The latest one that was released on Halloween is my first one that's actually got on any kind of playlist, so it got a lot more listens, actually on Spotify. And I just wanted to come on here, talk for a while, be consistent. Let's see. I'll play you those licks just because I'm not done talking yet. So that new thing I've been working on, it's got a little outside thing. It's like a flat 5 right Just put new strings on. And the weather's crazy. Close. And then I use this Bixby pedal for that next part. And then the bridge was. So, you know, it's my podcast, my live show. I'm gonna play some guitar. Still not. I guess I need to stretch these strings some more. Anyway, if you see this later, click like, click subscribe, do So I'm gonna roll out with the song that I put out on Halloween called "Don't Be Precious." I'm gonna play you that, and I'm gonna sign off here. I got some things I got to do today. I've got to send some more music out through the outboard gear on this new project I'm working on, because I just recorded the drums. They sound good, but I've only got 3 outboard mic preamps, so they go on kick, bass, and one of the overheads. So I take the other overhead and the room mic, and I run them back through the analog gear after the fact. And since I already have everything, I had it all patched in, I'm going to patch it back in real quick because I've got time today, and I'm going to bounce those tracks out through the analog gear, because especially on the room mics, it makes it really sound open when you go through some analog gear. So let's play Don't Be Precious, and say good day. I hope you all have a great weekend. We'll probably be back this weekend for another live stream. It might be late. We do them when we can. I try and put up something so people can get the link and or not the link. I usually don't post the link because I don't have it yet, but can get the information and know that I'm getting ready to do a podcast. I'll usually post it an hour or a half hour, or sometimes like today, 10 minutes before I was ready to do it, so people can see it and say, hey, I might like to talk on the podcast. So I think I'll come on over there and do that, because I really want people to get in the chat and get involved and talk to me. Y'all have a great one. This is called Don't Be Precious. Enjoy, and we'll see you real soon. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't live a day inside, and I don't know why. You try with me, if you tell me to leave, just one more time, I ain't never coming back around here no more. Go and find myself, get lost in the woods. I know she'll come too. Oh, and she like it rough. Don't be too precious if you don't love what you do. I can't get what I want if I stay here with you. Don't be too precious if you don't love what you do. I can't get what I want if I stay here with you. If it stokes the fire,